Hey girls, so here I am in my, things are coming up on the computer, hold on. Hi, here I am in my little filming area. I am in my closet, and Nick put together this cute little display of all these cute little stuffed animals, and then I also have a bunch of stuffed animals above me. I have a lot of stuffed animals, so this is really cute because it's like so adorable. However, Melon keeps coming in and stealing the stuffed animals that are at the bottom. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Could I be dumber? These ones, she keeps stealing and slobbering all over. It's disgusting. So we'll have to work on that. This might have to change. But anyway, hello. We are in the new house. Thank God. We hated that other house very much. We hated the neighbors. And it just wasn't anything that we wanted. But this one is fantastic. We love it. We have a backyard that you just throw Melon in, and she runs around and has a great time. And Teeny, the cat, Teeny's very happy. She comes out and sees everybody, but Melon can be a lot, so we have a baby gate up, so that way when Melon is pissing everyone off, Teeny can just go to her side and be like, you're pissing me off, you know? And then Bunny's really happy. He has his whole like big run play yard area, so everybody is very happy. Melon was actually really sweet the other day. She had a toy and she was throwing the toy in Bunny's playpen and like that, waiting for him to throw it back, and it's like that was really sweet. What is she chewing? Melon, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? What? You better not steal my stuff. She's a lot still, unfortunately. What is that? Oh, that's your bone. Is that your bone? That's your bone. Okay. Yeah, she's still a lot. I was really hoping that if I had a backyard for her to run around in, she would be less obnoxious. And I feel like maybe 0.5% less obnoxious, but still very, very annoying. So that's unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. There you go. Don't get a Dalmatian puppy. She's the love of my life, but I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. Anyway, so I wanted to do kind of like a little update for you guys because it's been so long since we talked. So, oh my God, there's so much happening on my computer right now. I haven't turned it on in a long time, so everything is popping up. Anyway, so I feel like last time we spoke, I talked about how I was in circulation at work. I was working in at the circulation desk, like the checkout desk, at a library. And I hinted to the fact that I was told that I was going to be something else. Yes, so now I am at another branch, and I am assistant librarian. So, still part-time, which sucks because I do not have health insurance. And last September I had a cystectomy, and I'm supposed to go back like every 6 months to make sure that they haven't grown back. And unfortunately it has now been 14 months and 15 months. How fun. So who knows? So it would be really cool to get health insurance. And also more money. I would love to be full-time, but I'm part-time. But also, I've been picking up as many shifts as possible, so I've actually been working 32 hours a week, and that is as much as you possibly can as part-time. So that's been nice, especially because it's an hour drive. Like, I really don't like working like a 4-hour shift when it's 2 hours of driving time. And right now, I don't trust her. Right now we have like a rough draft of the January calendar, and there's one day that I'm working like a random 4-hour shift. It's like 3 to 7 or something, like the weirdest time. And I'm going to ask her if we can possibly turn that into a full day. Because the rough draft, I'm only working 20 hours each week. So I want to pump it up, you know? So I definitely want to work longer shifts, make it worth my time. And for the most part, I am working full days, so I'd like to keep it that way. And the days go so fast. So as assistant librarian, I'm at the reference desk, so like the information desk where like the basically like, shut up, basically like the people in charge are over there. So I am over there with them, which is very exciting. So I have a little bit of imposter syndrome, but also I love working at the library. Like, this is really what I was meant to do. So I'm having a blast. I want to be youth services librarian. That's my complete goal in life. So I'm planning on starting school in the spring, but however, they say the spring and it's January, and I'm like, I thought I had until at least like March. Like, oh my god, January? So I have to get my act together and figure this out so that way I can actually start school in the spring. So I have to figure that out and start school, because a librarian needs a master's degree, which is the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. I've always known that, but it's really stupid that that's the fact. I feel like it should be like an associate's or at most a bachelor's. Like, this is so stupid. It has to be a master's. That's really stupid. Anyway, I kind of get it because you're supposed to know everything, but also it's stupid. If you're gonna steal one of my toys, I swear to God, I'm gonna beat. Melon? No. No. Don't. I see your tail wagging. I hear you. Do not steal my toys. These are my toys. These are my toys. This is my room. Ugh. My room with my toys. Where are all your toys? Oh my god. Where are all your toys, Melon? Where's your stuff? Oh my god, Daddy's calling too. Oh, what does Daddy want? Yes, so I am an assistant librarian. So basically I'm doing kind of everything that a librarian is doing, but kind of like, you know, one step under. So like, if like they're the head librarian, so like all the issues and stuff they gotta deal with, and I get to do like the fun stuff. And if I don't know something, I can like kind of pass it on to them, you know. But I try to answer everything that I possibly can and help whoever I can. The other day, this one lady came in and was like, how do I get to Miami? There's a train, and then there's a bus, and then there's some else. And I was like, what? I can't even get myself out of this parking lot. What do you mean? How do you get to Miami? I ain't never even been there. So I couldn't really help her. I tried. Anyway, but like most other things I can help with. One of the librarians like, oh, so like you know, they wanted like three copies of this one thing on hold, but you know, you would have to like override it because they can't put more than one of the, it'll say that the item's already on hold, basically. And I was like, well, can't you do a blanket hold and put in that you need 3 copies? And then she was like, oh, I don't know if you can. And then the branch manager was like, yes, you can. And I was like, that's pretty impressive. So there have been some times that I've been pretty good at things like that, where I can problem solve a little bit. So that's cool. I'm trying very hard, and I'm loving it. So since I want to be a children's librarian, I told the branch manager that, and she's like, okay, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I don't know. So I was like, well, I'm really interested in doing like programs and stuff. Specifically, I really like the tween, like 8 to 12 range. I kind of want to hone into that, even though those kids kind of scare me a little bit, because they're like the middle school age. They're a little scary, but some of them are also really cool. So I like that age group. So I've already helped out with 2 different programs. The 22nd, December 22nd, I'm also helping out with another tween program. And then in January, I get my own tween program. So I'm very excited about that. And I helped out with my first tween program. And the branch manager was like, did you like it? And I was like, oh, I loved it. It was so fun. She's like, great. So what day do you want your own? And I'm like, what? What? So it's incredible to have such an awesome boss to be like, what do you want to do and how can we get there? You want your own program? Okay, January. What do you want to do? Here's your age range, 8 to 12. What do you want to do? Figure it out, top to bottom, get it done. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm very excited about it. My first program, which is a weird topic that I picked this. But anyway, I'm doing a Spider-Verse. So I'm doing Miles Morales Spider-Verse trivia. I'm very excited about it. So it is going to be focusing on just the 2 Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse movies with Miles Morales. And I'm making, like, it's trivia. Did I say that? It's trivia. So I'm making this really cool slideshow thing in Canva. They said that they usually use, like, Kahoot for trivia, but they only had a couple of they only had a couple templates that were free, and they were really fugly, and I was like, no. So I'm using Canva, and it's basically like a presentation kind of thing. So it's almost like a PowerPoint, but I wanted to do it this way because I can do every single thing on that thing I did, you know? So I'll show you a little bit of it. It's really cool. Oh, it won't. Anyway, so Miles Morales trivia, and then you go. So I haven't done this one yet. I'm still missing a couple things that I need to put in there, but this is what it looks like so far. And then the next one. What is Miles doing when he gets bit by the spider? 3, 2, 1. He was tagging with his Uncle Aaron. Okay, that's number 2. And then number 3. Oh, this next one. I don't have that one yet either. But it looks really cool, right? And then next one. This is talking about the Sunflower Song, who sings the Sunflower Song, and it's what's his name? Post Malone. Post Malone, right? Sings that song. And see, I have a little GIF in there, so that's pretty cool. Okay. And then this is saying, how did Gwen get to his room when she was told not to see him? Through a portal. She did a portal in his room in the ceiling and came through. Okay. Next. Look how cool that is. Multiple choice. Okay, so like I don't have this one yet, but look how cool it is, right? And then there's this one. I also don't have that yet. But see, look, like even the picture and stuff like this, I added the little squishies, like the drip marks and stuff. And there's a lot of little details that you can't really tell, but I did a lot of stuff for these. And then this is saying, what was the book that Miles had to write a report on? here are your options are Hamlet, Great Expectations, Romeo and Juliet, or The Great Gatsby. And if you notice, there's a hint on this page. And over here is a picture of his mural that he did that says, No Expectations. I'm going to let you figure that one out for yourself. Okay. Look how cool that is. Isn't that cool? What is Miles's private high school called? Was he in high school or was he in middle school? Because his last one was Brooklyn Middle. So maybe this is Brooklyn. Anyway, I know the answer, but I'm going to stop saying them because there might be people that are watching that are coming. I don't know. I don't know you. But look how cool it is. Like that, this, I screenshotted. Like there was, wow. There was a YouTube video with a clip from the movie, and so I screenshotted this that was part of his notebook, and then I got rid of the background of it because it was in his notebook, and then I took a screenshot of it and I put it in here. It says, I put it there. And then every single one of these little splotches is like its own little thing, so I did a lot of work here. And then this one says what's his best friend and roommate's name, and it's, I don't know how to say it, but it's one of the options. But this one's an easy one, like obviously Peter Parker. Right. Word scramble. So I did several different kinds of things for this because in between each different section, I'm going to go around and grade everybody's paper. So that way at the end, we can see easily who wins. And I feel like that'll be better than like 10 minutes at the end of me going around to every single person and going from beginning to end to see who wins. And also some of the ones later in the questions kind of would answer themselves for the ones before it. So I don't want them to have the answer based on a question that comes later. So anyway, word scramble. What is this? Wow, it looks like it would say smile. It's not. It's Miles. And see, there's Miles right there. So, and then the next one. See, look how cool that is. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's also, like, all of these are very easy. There's a hint right there. There's a hint right there. And then the next one. Giraffe. Every time I see it, I think giraffe, and that makes me silly. And the next one. This was a longer one. It was super. But that was a lot of letters. It was a little hard, so I didn't put that on there. And then the next one is this one, and again there is a hint right there on the page. Okay, so next. Next. Name the character. So this is what I was talking about where are you making noises down there? Yeah, you should just lay down here. There's these characters come up later in the questions. So, name the character. Who's this? So, like, he doesn't come up later, but other ones do. Anyway. Who's that? Who's that girl? It's Jess. I've been watching JK podcast with Jesse and Kathleen. It's very, very good. Anyway, so here you go. Who's that one? That one. And a lot of these, like when you look up this person on Google, there are not very many pictures. So again, I had to find like a clip of the movie on YouTube and screenshot some of these pictures and then put them in here. So it's a lot of work. There's this one. Very fun. True or false? And I feel like it's more fun when it's like this, so it's not so, like, monotonous. So, Miles is from Earth, 1610B, whatever. Gwen is part of a band called the Mary Janes. Spoiler alert, Miles knew that Uncle Aaron was the Prowler the whole time. Spoiler alert. So this one, I don't know this one yet. I don't have that one yet. I thought this one was pretty cool. See, this was another one. I took a screenshot of this from the video, and I had to slow it down really, really much. And then I also had to, like, really find the right capture for this, because it was kind of hard to see it, because they showed it for like a split second, and so I had to. You don't care. Anyway, it's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. So anyway, you do win, and congratulations to the winner. You win. And the winner gets a 3D printed keychain, and then they also get, or possibly that might be, I don't know. Oh my god. There are two things that we have. So we have a 3D printed keychain, and then we have a Lego minifigure that is specifically for the Spider-Verse. So I'm not sure if we're going to do it where, like, the winner gets both, or like the winner picks between the two, or like first place gets something, second place gets, I don't know. So anyway, this looks, I'm excited about this. I think it'll be a really good time. The reason why I picked this specifically, I don't know if you know this, but Nick has been forcing me to watch all of the MCU movies. That's a little harsh. I've been somewhat okay with watching them, but yeah, we've been doing the Marvel movies, so I've been watching a lot of Marvel lately. And I was asking the other youth services I'm not a youth services librarian. I was asking a youth services librarian if she had done, or the branch at all had done a lot of Marvel stuff, and she said no, we haven't really done anything Marvel themed before. And I was like, well, this could be cool then, because you want to stand out and you want to give them something that they don't have and that is new and fresh. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, that's what it's going to look like. If I already knew the questions that I was going to put in there, it would be done. It would have been done like 2 weeks ago. But I'm rewatching the movies and I'm making my own trivia questions. So it's taking a lot more time doing that, and also finding all of the clips and stuff that I want to put in there with it. Everything takes time. Everything takes time. So hopefully, with my next program, hopefully it'll be quicker and easier and take less time, because this is taking a long time. This should be done, but because I don't know, like, the questions that I'm putting in there, I'm spending an irrationally long time on the backgrounds, and it literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, it looks cool enough. Like, stop, you know? So I still have a long time. Let me see. Yeah, so I have over a month until my program. So this will be done. I'm either watching the movie tonight or tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day. So, like, I have time. Because I feel like when I'm watching the movie, this is what I did with the movie, the first movie, because I'm on to the second movie now. When I watched the first movie, I jotted down some trivia questions as I was watching the movie. So I'm going to do that again this time. And I only have like 4 things that I have to fill in, and then it'll be done, and then that's it. I do have some stuff that I have to print out. I already printed it out and I'm like cutting it out, but that is how I'm going to decorate the meeting room. So like I'm gonna put like these, there's a lot, like all this up on the walls and stuff. Like it's gonna be like cool looking. So I'm gonna like decorate the room too, but I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna be a really fun program. I'm excited about it. I'm trying not to go too overboard too, because I don't want them to expect me to go overboard every time then, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to be realistic, but also take time and care about what I'm doing, of course. So I'm excited about it. I think it'll go really well. I'm assuming they're gonna wait until they see how this one goes before I get asked to do another one, but I would like to do another one. So I'm excited about it. I am a little awkward still talking to an entire group of people. Making your own programs and like being the person in charge is kind of scary. When it comes to being a librarian in general, but especially youth services, like you can't get embarrassed. Like you have to just like leave all that at the door, because you're going to be doing some dumb stuff and you're just going to have to get over yourself. So I need to work on that because I'm a little awkward right now. Not so much that I'm like embarrassed, but just I'm just a little awkward, you know? So I'm working on it, and I have plenty of time until my program, and then I will be very excited for my program. And this Sunday, I'm helping out at my old branch because they're doing a Taylor Swift event, and I am excited about it. I'm helping out with that. I wanted to do that event. I wanted to be the one in charge, and me and the librarian were talking about it, and just with me moving to another branch and everything, I couldn't be the one in charge, which is a shame because I know everything about Taylor Swift. So that was kind of a shame, because that would have been literally the perfect program for me to pitch. I mean, like, especially 8 to 12, like that would have been the perfect program. But I'm not going to do a Taylor Swift event in January if they're doing a Taylor Swift event in December, you know what I mean? So maybe later next year I can pitch a Taylor Swift event, and also I would probably do something that's not trivia. I have a lot of ideas about that too. So anyway, so there's that. That's, I guess, kind of bringing you into today. So very exciting stuff. I love my job, and I feel like I say that a lot, like in the past. I've enjoyed my jobs until things go wrong, you know? I can be a little naive and be like, oh, life is so wonderful, this is great. And then I'm like, oh, this sucks. But I am very happy at the library. I have now been part of the library system for 1.5 years. I've had 2 promotions. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right here. So hopefully this will also be a stepping stone to be full-time. Even if I'm just full-time librarian, I just want to be full-time. And I also really just want to be a librarian of any kind, but I really want to be youth services. But we'll see how it goes. I'm proud of myself for how well I've done in this role so far, and how much I'm like advocating for myself and stuff too, because that can be really scary. And I'm putting myself out there and I'm saying yes. So here's your sign. There's your sign. So if anybody asks you at work to do well, hold on. If you're nervous to do something, and you need a little push, do it. I'm gonna say it that way, because it doesn't have to be at work. Maybe it's somewhere else, but like if you need a little push, do it, unless it's like murder. Well, it depends on who you're murdering, but anyway, believe in yourself. So, okay, well, I guess that's kind of it for now. So, I'm gonna stop talking. Basically, this was just like a job update. So, okay. Okay, bye.